sounds like pretty easy. I'm going to go to this place and that place, but picking the right mix, going to the right place, and knowing that you're at the right place is huge. And you worked at that. You know, it took you a while. You had to audition. You had to come visit. You had to really figure out where the right place is. What I want you to remember is this part here. You know, not just your family sitting here, and your teachers here, and the principal here, and the students here. Although I have to say, I asked him which of the girls he'd gone out with, and he wouldn't tell me. So later, if there's a list,
yeah,
pretty much all.
What's really important is to remember this part, because this is the community that raised you, including your friends. I mean, that's just the reality of growing up in a community like this, with the values that they have. And with you right now, you growing out, there's a lot of hopes and dreams going on with them. And that's important to us. One of the reasons I agreed to do this is to talk a little bit about, why would I come up here? Why would I was telling someone I got up at like 4:30 in the morning, which I know for a lot of people that work here, that's like nothing probably. But for somebody who works in theater till 11 o'clock at night, that's a lot. But why do that? Well, part of the message I'm trying to send, I'm sure you've all seen athletes being signed, that people come and they've recruited them heavily. What I point out a lot of times to the university, to the general public, is that students in theater programs have started about the same time that athletes start. They have put in as many hours, if not more hours, consistently working at their craft, their ability to do that. And today we have a chance to recognize him. Now, of course, I find out, of course, that he's an athlete on top of it, right? So yeah, there goes that philosophy out there. But what's important for me to get across to this community as a whole is that he's important to us. We came up here to sign him. It's sort of a symbolic signing, obviously. But we came up here to say to this community that we're going to take care of him, that he's going to be part of our community, very much the same way that you raised him. And you all raised him, whether you're his friends, his peers, or his teachers, or his family. And it's a big deal to go to college, and it can be a scary thing. But I'm coming up here to represent the University of Houston to say he's important, as all students are important, whether they're athletes, whether they're theater stars, whether you want to go into math or science or English or whatever. You're important at a university. At the University of Houston, we reach out to you, and we want you to know that that's important to us. So I'm making a commitment just by being here and saying, I'm taking responsibility for this. I'm taking responsibility for his next 4 years of life. Together. Means you get up in the morning and show up for class. Together, he's going to grow. And whether he goes out into the world and does what he does with his abilities, or whether he comes back to this community and contributes to the community. We don't know that yet. He doesn't know that yet. We don't know what the world in 4 years is going to look like. But there's something exciting about him. That look how many people are standing around to the signing of a theater geek. It's the reality, right? I'm one of those. So I think this is fantastic, and I think this is really a tribute to the community that raised him. So I'm going to make a big deal about this because I do feel some responsibility when we take students in. I know every one of our students. Our faculty know every one of our students, and you make sure that you can't drop into cracks somewhere in between, that you can't just sort of disappear. And that's, I think, what makes the University of Houston special. So we're honored to have you interested in us and willing to sign this highly legal, official document. My secretary grew up. I had a pen. Yes, yeah. I actually brought a pen for this here. So.